Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body Pilates Springboard workout. As far as equipment goes for this workout, what you need is a springboard, tower or Cadillac, and a small ball. As far as springs go today, I'll be using long arm springs or light yellow springs with my roll down bar, and I'll also be using my long purple springs, my heavy leg springs with loops. That's it. We're not using the push through bar today. If you have a springboard, you obviously need a mat in front of your springboard as well. Please listen to your body during this workout and make it your own. When you're ready, let's get started. All right guys, so I am all set up. I've placed my long light springs on my roll down bar, and I've attached them to number 11. That's the highest point on my springboard. And then I also have my long leg springs, my purple heavy springs, attached to loops, and they're at number 5 on my springboard, which is approximately hip height for me. We're gonna start facing in towards the tower, holding onto the roll down bar, and I'd like you to take that ball that you have in between your calves. So whenever we're working with the tower, you can always adjust yourself closer to or further away from the tower to make the springs feel the appropriate amount of resistance for you. Once you have that ball situated, I'm going to take my hands wide on my roll down bar. If you'd like to take your hands a little narrower, that's okay as well. Make sure you're centered to the center of your tower. Bring your feet close enough together that you have a little bit of resistance pressed into the ball with your inner calves. Engage your adductors and grow nice and tall through the spine. Make sure that the tailbone is reaching down towards the floor, that the pelvis is aligned directly over the knees, the ribs are over the pelvis, and the shoulders are over the ribs. Lengthen the back of the neck up towards the ceiling. Take a breath, inhale. On your exhale, press the bar down towards your thighs. On your inhale, float the bar back forward. And again, exhale, press the bar down towards your thighs. Inhale, float the bar forward. Feel the connection that pulling the bar in makes with your abdominals. Let's do a few more here. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. 2 more to come. On this last one, I want you to see if you can hold that bar in towards your thighs and float your heels up and down, rocking the heels straight up through the center of the calf and back down. Nice and slow and controlled. Let's do 3 more. Nice long elbows, please. Last 2. And 1 more time. Nice. Release the arms fully for a moment. Take a breath, inhale here. Still keeping your tailbone pointing down to the ground. Exhale, round the upper back forward and pull the bar in towards the thighs. Inhale and come back up into a flat back. Exhale, round the upper back forward, thoracic flexion. Inhale, lengthen. And again, exhale like a standing C curve. A standing chest lift. Let's do 3 more. And 2 more. And 1 more time. From here, straighten the spine up nice and tall. Pull the bar directly in towards your armpits and come into thoracic extension. Lifting the chin up towards the ceiling, lifting the sternum forward and up, expanding the fronts of the ribs. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Last 3, and 2, and 1. From here, round the spine forward. This time we're going to come into more of a forward fold, Pressing that bar straight down towards the floor. From here, lengthen the spine out. You might need to soften your knees, finding a long line from the crown of the head through the tailbone. Round your spine again, and then roll yourself back up to standing. Take a breath, inhale to prepare. Exhale, round the spine forward, pressing that bar down underneath the shoulders. Once you're at your low point, extend the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. Then round the spine again, puffing up the back of the ribs, and roll the spine back up nice and tall. Let's do 2 more here. Round and press. Lengthen. Round. Roll. Last time, round and press. Lengthen. Round and roll. Good. I'm going to take an underhand grip on my bar now. I still have that ball between the calves with a gentle squeeze. Bicep curl the arms. Sit down and back into a narrow squat, shoulders right over the hips. Stand and release the arms. And bend, narrow squat, stand, return. How low you go on your squat is up to you. But I do want you to make sure you're pressing into your big toe and pinky toe side of the foot throughout, and that you have a little hug in on that ball. Let's do a few more. The last 3 here. The last 2. And one more time. I want you to come down till your thighs are kind of parallel to the floor. Elbows are bent at 90 degrees. Try to get those elbows up in line with the shoulders. We're going to try to stay here and lift the heels and lower the heels and lift the heels and lower the heels, finding that balance. Gaze is forward, spine is long. Getting all the cricks and cracks out of the ankles. Last 3. Heels coming straight up through the center of the calves. Last time, lower the heels and rise up. Good. All right, let's release that for a minute. Place the ball just off to the side. Come into your springs. Take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. So you're in this leaning lunge. Back leg is straight with the heel down if possible. Press the arms down on a diagonal. And in. And down. And in. A few more here. Again, if you need more tension, step out. If you need less tension, step in. I'm going to put a little more tension on my spring. That's better. So you do need a little bit of tension here. Now we're going to add on, I want you to float your front heel up. Optionally, as the bar presses forward, we float the front foot up and down. Press, lift, lower, return. Press, lift, lower, return. Might take a few repetitions to find the perfect amount of tension on the bar that allows you to stabilize enough to float the front knee up. Take your time, find a connection between the ribs and the hips. Last 4. The last 3. One more. Step back with that foot, step forward with the other. Woo, let's repeat. Bend and press, bend and press. When you're ready, lift the front heel. And optionally add that little knee float up and down. Nice job. 4 more. And 3. And one more time. Nice. Step back with that foot, bend the elbows for a moment. From here, we're gonna press the arms forward again and alternately switch out the feet. Good. Now when you come back towards the tower, maybe you keep the heels lifted and just have a little bit of fun with this kind of momentous movement. Good, you're still in control, but you're feeling a little floaty as you transition forward and back. Doesn't always have to be that serious, right? Can be a little fun. Still, abdominals are engaged. Still, you're trying to center yourself. And now we're just working on that kind of flow aspect. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Good. Carefully step out of your springs. I've caught myself in my spring with my hair. And then come on around. We're gonna lay all the way down now. You do need your ball. And remember, we have our long purple leg springs attached to number 5 hip height on our springboard. Come on down onto the mat. Grab your ball. Grab your straps. Place your feet into them. Place your ball this time between your ankles. Scoot yourself out about an arm's distance from your tower. You can leave your hands up, softening the ribs down, or you can bring your arms down by your sides. From here, bring your thighs parallel to one another, knees directly underneath those springs. Reach your feet a little bit further forward so you have some tension on those springs and the shins are parallel to the floor. From here, press the legs forward, lift the legs up, and lower the legs down. Bend, press, lift, lower. Parallel the whole entire time. Tailbone heavy as the legs lift. That's it. Find your breath. Bend, press, lift, lower. Let's do 3 more rounds. And 2. And 1 more time. Nice. Now I want you to lower that ball all the way to the floor and drop it there. Move it slightly over under one heel. Try to anchor that heel into the ball. Keep that leg nice and steady, knee pointing directly up to the ceiling. We're going to just lower and lift the free leg up and down. I want you to focus on keeping your pelvis equally weighted on both sides and the distance between each rib and each hip the same on each side. Good. Utilize the glute and the hamstring of that lifting and lowering leg. Nice. 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to circle this leg down, out to the side, around and up. Down, out to the side, around and up. Keep the ball steady. The last 3. So this is a D-shaped circle, right? We're going straight down and then making our little D shape out to the side. 1 more time and reverse it. So now we go out to the side, around, and straight up in line with the hip. Out to the side, around, and straight up in line with the hip. Last 3, lengthening again, both sides of the waist. The last 2. and 1. Nice. When you're ready, slide that ball over, place your opposite heel down onto it. Anchor that heel down, your knee is pointing straight up. We'll go straight down and up with our free leg. Finding your breath. Last 4 here. 3. Now I'm using my glute and my hamstring of this lifting and lowering leg. A lot of times I think people start to fatigue a lot in the hamstring because they forget about using that glute. So please try to use that as well. Good. Let's go into those D-shaped circles. Down, out to the side, around, and up. Down, out to the side, around, and up. Nice. Paying attention to those differences side to side. Last 3. Last 2. And 1. Let's reverse it. Out to the side, around and down, up through the middle. 4 more. Last 2. And 1. Nice. Now I'm going to try to grab that ball with my feet again. Adjust the ball so it's more evenly placed between the feet and the ankles. Press back out. And then let's do a little march, a little walk up towards the ceiling with the ball. And back down towards the floor with the ball. Using those adductors, keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Let's do 3 more here. And 2 more here. And 1 more time. Nice. Now bend those knees in. I'm going to take my hands up onto my wooden dowel here, or onto the uprights is fine as well. And we're going to start a short spine-ish movement. So I want you to use your hands pressing up against the bar. Start with your feet around the ball, or if you'd like to lose the ball, you can come into frog with the heels together. From here, from our frog position, we're going to press out. We're going to lift the legs up towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the knees in, and then we're going to press out again. All while keeping the pelvis anchored onto the floor. You can stay here with the pelvis anchored down, or if you'd like to, as the legs press out, you can start to lift the hips up off of the floor, bend the knees towards the shoulders, and then roll the spine down. Again, press, lift, bend, and roll. Press, lift, bend, and roll. I am using my upper body here to support my lower body, to support that lift. If the lift does not happen for you today, please don't worry about it. Think about utilizing the abdominals, utilizing the upper body to elevate the pelvis. Eventually, you'll be able to get there. Good, let's do 3 more. And 2 more. And last time. Nice job. Lower that spine down. Let's remove the ball. Remove our feet from the straps. I'm going to turn over onto one side. So I'll turn over to face you. I'm going to do these side lying exercises up on my forearm with the ball underneath my waistline. If you prefer to be all the way down on your upper arm, that's fine as well. Just lose the ball. From here, take your front strap onto your top foot. Get it on there around the arch. Align your knee directly under the strap. Square your pelvis to the front of the room and bring your top hand down for support as an option. Otherwise, hand can be on the hip. From here, press your leg down to the edge of your mat and then control the spring as you bring the knee back in. Press and bend. Nice long spine, nice firm press to that bottom forearm so that the shoulder stays in a nice alignment and doesn't start to roll and collapse forward. That's it. Working both on the way out and on the way in. Let's do 4 more here. Good. 3. And last time, hold your leg out, flex the foot, kick the leg forward, point the toe, reach the leg back behind you slightly. If you go too far back, that spring might take you for a ride. So just be careful about how far back you go. Work in control. Flex, kick forward, point, reach behind. Flex, kick forward, point, reach behind. Upper body stays nice and stable. You've got 3 more to go. And 2. And 1 more time. Hold the leg directly underneath the hip. From here, draw circles around, lengthening as long as you can through your strap. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Reverse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knee in. Take that strap off. We are going to stay on this same side. If you feel like you want to come down to your upper arm at this point, you can. We're going to repeat those exercises again. So flex and bend and reach. Flex and bend and reach. Let's do just 4 more here. Just feeling the difference in what it feels like to be in a spring with some support and guidance, and then free to move your body as it would like to on the mat. Last one, hold your leg forward, flex and kick forward, point and reach behind. Feel free to really open up the hip here. Flex and kick forward, point and reach behind. The last 4, 3, 2, and 1 more time. Hold the leg underneath the hip and circle. 6, 5, lengthen. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Come on up. We'll switch over to the other side and repeat that again, maybe with the ball underneath the waistline. Forearm down on the mat, grab your front strap. Place it onto the arch of the front foot. Press out of your bottom shoulder. Stay nice and lifted here and start to extend and bend the top leg. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Keeping that top waistline nice and long. Let's do 4 more here. And last one, hold your leg long, flex and kick forward, point and lengthen behind. Try to keep your leg at about hip height the whole entire side kick. Last 3. Last 2. And one more time. Holding the leg directly underneath the hip, we circle around for 6, 5, and reverse it. Last 2 and last 1. Carefully bend your knee in, remove that strap, stretch your leg back out for a moment. When you're ready, flex, bend, and reach. Flex, bend, and reach. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold your leg out, flex, kick forward, point, reach behind. Last 4. And 1. Hold your leg down towards the edge of your mat and circle. And reverse. And 1. Bend your knee. Very nice job, guys. Let's face towards our tower. For a moment, I'd like you to bring the soles of your feet together just to let the hips open for a moment. And then we're going to bring our feet forward towards the tower in front of us, placing the ball in between the inner thighs, and I'd like you to grab onto your roll down bar again. So again, I like to grab wide, but that's up to you. Knees pointed directly up to the ceiling with a little bit of intention through the inner thighs. Collarbones wide. Press slightly down on the bar. Roll your spine all the way down onto the mat. Once you get down here, bring your heels underneath your knees. Squeeze the ball. Roll your hips up into a bridge. Roll your hips back down. And then roll yourself back up. If you can keep your heels right there, do. If you need to lengthen them forward to come all the way up to seated, that's okay. Roll the spine down. Bring the heels in if they need to. Roll the spine up. Roll the spine down. Roll the spine up. Again, so it's a roll down, a bridge, release the bridge, and roll up. Roll down, bridge, roll down from the bridge, roll up. Let's do 2 more here. And 1 more time. Nice. Now we're going to roll down and stay down. We're going to squeeze the ball slightly. We're going to lift the hips up. From here, you're going to pull your arms wide and release. Pull, release. Bar comes to the underside of the chest, elbows go wide. You've got a slight squeeze on that ball, and you're squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to add a heel lift. So pull, lift the heels, lower the heels, stretch the arms. Pull, lift the heels, lower the heels, stretch the arms for 4. Rocking the heels straight up through the center of the calves. And 3. Last 2. And 1 more time. Nice job. Lower the hips down. Roll the spine up. Adjust your grip if you need to. Roll the spine down again. Put a little pressure downward on your bar. Curl the head, neck, and chest up and roll just to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Give that ball a squeeze. From here, roll up to the sacrum and back down to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. So it's a small range of motion. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Resist that bar. Inhale to lower. Nice job. 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Roll all the way up. Adjust your grip if necessary. Roll back down. Right to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Give that ball a squeeze. Turn one side of the bar down and one side of the bar up. Now roll up to the sacrum and down. On this side for 6. Resist that bar. 5. Squeeze the ball. The last 3. The last 2. And 1. Roll all the way up. Adjust your grip. Adjust the angle of the bar. Roll back down to the shoulder blades and then up and down just to the sacrum and down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it all the way up and release that bar. Good. Still the ball is in between the inner thighs. Bring the hands forward of the shoulders. Roll the spine all the way down. Bring your hands behind your head. Lift up to the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. From here, curl up higher and then back down. And again, exhale. Squeeze that ball. Inhale. Exhale. So again, feeling the difference between having some assistance from the springs and not. It's a different feeling. It doesn't mean one is better than the other or easier than the other per se, but definitely different. Use your adductors here. You've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down for just a moment. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, curl and rotate to one side. Widen the elbows. From here, curl up higher and down, squeezing into that ball. Imagining you were holding onto the bar. That's it. 4 more. 3 more. And 1 more. Lower back down through the center. Take a breath. Inhale. Reset the ball. Curl and rotate to the other side. Now curl up higher and lower. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And come down through the center. Take your ball out from between your inner thighs. Extend your legs forward. Reach the ball up to the ceiling here. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and chest forward. Ball reaches towards the wall in front of you. And see if you can peel your spine all the way up to seated. From here, we're just going to take a forward fold. If you can reach your wooden dowel, you can grab onto it and assist yourself forward. Or you can just relax your hands down by your knees or calves. Hang out here for a moment, taking that wonderful forward fold. Relaxing the back of your neck and your shoulders. And then when you're ready, roll the spine up. And you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed that springboard workout. Please leave me a comment or question down below. Let me know what you thought. As always, let me know what you'd like to see next. I so much appreciate you watching and being here with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe or become a member to access hundreds more videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, guys. Bye.